Hello there, Scott from Wessex Blades. Welcome back. What I want to show you today is me making something out of a piece of rubbish. Okay, so there's an old stainless steel ruler. There's the prize for my knife pouch challenge, which is going to be on its way to Tim, Steintanz. If you remember Spartan Johns and Andersborg, Rob and Dennis, I made them a little tiny harpoon knife, a bit like the Harpoon harpoon. I have an old stainless steel ruler. So there's an old ruler, it's covered in paint, got it from a boot sale for like 5p. But I don't mind spending an hour or something and turn it into something useful for a buddy across the channel. So come back in a minute, join me again, I'll start marking this out and turn it into something useful. Okay, should be able to hear me quite well. I'm going to use a permanent marker in black. There's my ruler. I might be able to beat the bend out of that, but I'll take the stock from there and work this way. So at the back of this bend I'm going to have a handle. So there's the pen, hopefully showing up in a minute when I raise it to the camera. There'll be something quite comfortable on the back of your hand. Okay, that arc there. And when it comes to the tip, I like doing a very simplistic sweep, something like that, and then sort of a spear point, something like that, Might try and adjust it. Also, I'm creeping my hand around the camera at the moment. There we go. There'll be a hole here creating the fish hook sort of size there. Now it would rise up. So wherever I strike with a centre punch there will create a hole. Up and over. The blade might stop here, and I've got my hand on. If I got 160mm there. It's nice sort of having half and half, so as much committed to the handle as the blade. So that would be around about 80. So the blade would sort of stop there. Hopefully you can see that happening on. Nice and comfy. And then a nice handle. Might make it a bit smaller. Walk around like that. How about that? Come on, pen, get back into business. There it goes. Something like that. Give him a tiny weeny little knife. Okay. I've got an idea in a minute for something. I don't know whether it'll work, so anyway I'll plot something there, and I'll plot something there. I'll see if it works. But that's basically scribed out. And then I've got a little one over here, but you always get that little bit more because on this side the measurement stops, but you end up with the bit to hang it on the nail there. So he's about as long there is what that is on 165mm. So the bend in the middle worked out about right. Right, let's start removing some stock. I'm going in the vice like that. I'm trying to go down to make the hole. So gliding down there to make the hole. Clever, I can actually curve the blade to get it into a bit of an arc. That way. And then support the piece that was mostly cut off, still in the vice. This is where you can really bend it. So I've cut through the main part, and I'm still holding on to it in the vice, whilst I cut through there, so this piece doesn't get forced backwards and forwards with the saw, and ruin this very small sort of tooth. Gentle there. I'm supporting the blade. There. So the vice has actually kept hold of that little piece. For all of them wearing earphones, it's gonna get loud. Right, so now we've got to that stage. I don't want to get the working edge hot at all, so the rest of the work is file. So I'm really supporting it closely in the vise. Use the narrow end to get in that hole to start with. I'm using this one-handed at the moment, so I'm doing this using the narrow part. Once I get into the main part, I'll be able to finish it off neat and tidy in there. that's for demonstration purposes. To use a file correctly, you're not like this. Okay, you actually hold the end of the file and support it. Just so you can see what I was doing. I was using the narrow part first. Once I've got the body of the file in, I was able to dress the hole up nice and neat. Catch it there. Nearly there. I'll just make a nice little section in there, a lot neater, and then we're on to putting an edge on it, on the sander, like that. But I'll just finish it all off, get back with you. Turn the volume down! Right, now, obviously, with virtually every pass I was doing on the sander, I'm dipping it in water, because I do not want any of this to heat up and ruin the temper. You should be able to see. Give a bit of a swedge, not sharpened that bit, but got to an edge there, and now I've gone a stone, and dress it up. Sort of a medium grade stone first up, just got my touch of oil. Because I didn't want to go to a bit of a fine edge on the sander because it just went too much for the heat of the stainless. Wouldn't be able to cope with it. So, sort of medium grade stone, and I'll give it 4 or 5 on each way. 2, 3, 4. Back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Few singles each direction. I mean, the easiest way I've heard it described is you actually want to scrape the top of the stone off. That's the sort of angle you want to feel and the sort of pressure you want to put on it. Okay, so I have an edge on there now, so away with the medium sort of course, medium grade, now onto a real fine one, not cheap this one. So the last thing I want to do is put something nasty on here and ruin it. And just a drop of oil, I always put a bit too much on, it's hard to control it, but that's plenty. And same again. Up 4 one way, 4 another, maybe 8 one way, 8 another, because what you're doing is you're getting the blade edge moved one way or the other, so you will eventually you want to even it up and sort of keep it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Oh yeah, pretty. 4, 5, I'll see what it's like after a few singles a minute. See if I'm close or miles away. I feel sharp. Dum 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 dum. That's pretty sharp for a pretty thin piece of stainless like that. So more singles, because he's ballpark, he's pretty good, and just leave me with the experience of steel on stone. Oh yes. Oh baby. You really got to try this. Okay, mad idea now, see how it works out. Oh, so with 41 seconds left. There you go, Tim. Paracord wrap. So, post this as soon as I can. Thanks for joining me again. My little tutorial on stainless steel harpoon knives. Obviously not for kids, and use responsibly. All the best, Scott from Wessex.